Question one. In meditation, I feel expansive, receptive, deserving, and whole. When I'm out in the world and face something challenging, I forget all of it and patterns take over. I spend so much time lovingly reminding myself to come back to the now, but when I need it most, I slip and the patterns take over. Any tip for staying present when it is challenging? Yes. Beautiful question. So, in meditation, one of the goals I have of meditation is to connect with what's real and then get that reality and bring that into the world, right? And that only happens when I actually take the time to meditate. In other words, if I meditate long enough, I start to be so connected to the ethers that all of reality can exist within that. And I don't feel at all like the things that are happening affect me in the same way. In other words, the meditation and the connection to the truth is brought into the rest of the world. So it doesn't necessarily go, oh, I'm back in the world, I shrink down. But it does if I didn't meditate that day. If I don't meditate that day, then I'm more the reaction to the world. If I meditate long enough, I bring that into the circumstances, right? So if I'm listening to silence long enough, I start to get connected to what's true. And then when things happen in the world, it has so much less of an effect on me. And they all exist within me. So instead of me going, okay, this is where it's real, and then I go back into the real world and it's different, I listen long enough, so I bring it into this. So here's a great example. If you went to the gym for a couple hours that day, obviously you would go into the rest of the world with your body still building more muscle, burning more fat. You can burn calories even when you're not working out, right? When you work out fast enough, long enough, big enough, then your body will be burning calories even throughout the rest of the day. And you can bring that you into different decisions. In other words, like you might be like, okay, I feel really good. I'm going to put my body into ketosis right now, or I'm not going to have ice cream today, or I'm going to work out more, whatever it is. So obviously, you don't go, I work out that time, and then I go into the real world and I'm not working out. It's like, no, it brings that energy and your body stays more and more healthy, and that goes into the rest of the world. So instead of seeing it as there's this world and there's this world, you connect to this first world long enough so that when you go into the rest of it, you get to make decisions from the meditated place with what's happening versus thinking you need to get out of the meditative state into a small you to deal with the world. The you that deals with the world is a small you. The world, the you that's trying to figure out what to do about what they think, that's trying to, fix these things from a small you, that's you keeping the small you that deals with the world. If you meditate long enough, you connect to the all that isness, and quite a bit of the things going on in the world you start to see as passing things. You start to understand that you're here and that issue that's coming up is passing, or it's here to bring you to a higher frequency. So you start to see all the rest of the world as not this triggering thing that's happening to a small you. You start to understand that this is existing within you. And so when you bring your meditation into your life versus trying to fit your meditation into your busy life, there's a huge difference. Bring your meditation into your life, not shove meditation into your busy life and go, I'm just going to get this in so I can calm the mind. Also, I would say don't use meditation to calm the mind. That's a smaller meditation to just calm it and get your circumstances in an egoic construct the way you want it. Take meditation to find out what you are and bring that into all of reality. That might take more than 20-minute meditations, where literally 23 hours and 40 minutes are you in the chaotic world and going, that is reality. And now I'm going to just calm everything down and relax a little bit. No, you bring the truth of what you are into your life, and you revolve your life around your meditation. right? Your life and the decisions you make are revolved around the meditation. They're not you just shoving this thing in and thinking of you as like, think of if you were like, okay, I'm going to eat a ton of ice cream all day and then I'll work out for 20 minutes to just counterbalance the ice. No. You are going to become the healthiest, most powerful, most fittest version of yourself and bring that into the world. And that will change how the world is for you, because you're bringing your health and your vibrancy and your fitness and your magic and your muscle and your everything into all the decisions. Obviously, you're going to do much more active stuff if you have you in a healthy body. Same with meditation. If you're connected to the ethers, many of the things aren't even seeming problems because you're connected to the all that isness. Some of the things that would have been an issue if you were identified as the smaller self just pass right through. If you're identified as the all that isness, then you just have things happening. And you also allow things that are happening to hit a thing inside of you. And if you meditate long enough, you understand, oh, it's hitting something for me to look at or for me to see. And the more you meditate, the more your body will just start purging what you're not, the more that your story will just collapse, the more that it doesn't trigger the you that thinks that you're your small parent's kid. You become the all that isness. So instead of meditation as a little thing that you fit into your busy schedule, which I think this is something Michael Beckwith said something similar to this, you are meditating and making that the base of the truth of what you are, and then bringing it into the other world. It's not this world and this world. It's this world is what takes on this world. This world is what expands me. I'm here to find the truth of what I am. So when life gives you some stressful thing, if you're in a meditated state, you'll have a deep enough awareness to know, oh, that's showing me a pattern in my body and it has nothing to do with the outside. And if you're meditated deep enough, you'll just start crying. One thing I know is when I do 2-day events, if we had a big meditation, it's very often that when I bring someone on, they're just crying so quick. It's like they're a big balloon that's ready to pop because they're meditated and their body is connected to a much bigger frequency than they're used to, and it can purge the false self. So instead of going, I meditate here, but then in the real world, no, I bring my meditation into everything. I revolve by the way, you'll also revolve your life around your meditation in terms of like, you'll make much better decisions. Like there's people when you meditate long enough that you wouldn't call necessarily, or people that you would have the confidence to call, or things that you would have the confidence to do, because meditation starts to unveil the infinite worthiness that you are, the power that you are, the freedom that you are. So you make much better decisions when you're meditated. Because if you don't, then you think you're the small self. The small self will call a bunch of people it feels that you have to fix issues with. It'll look for the vibrational match to you as the small self. So it'll never do the things that are expansive or make you feel infinite or confident or powerful. It will go, okay, I didn't meditate today. I'm this small self. So I'm going to fix issues all out of unconscious fear, versus I am an infinite magical being that would say no to the prisons of the world, that would not choose that and would instead choose something that would expand me only. That's how meditation goes into your life. So you stop having the small issues of the world if you meditate long enough. Because you meditate long enough, you start making such magical decisions that many of your old issues don't even exist in that realm anymore.